Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Stella and Chanel sharing Christmas Day with me. Here I am on Smokehouse Bay on Vancouver Island. It's a beautiful day. No rain, no snow, no wind. It's a magical time of year, and it's time of year I always like to take the opportunity to reflect back on my life for the year that's gone by and evaluate how things are going, to see if I'm walking a path that I want to walk, to see if there's changes that need to be made, to see if I'm letting myself down in any way, shape, or form. See if I'm walking the walk. The Tuck Talk series of videos have covered a lot of different ground this year. And hey, it's been a challenging year. I've made the comment repeatedly that I'm happier than I've ever been before in my life. And that's a true statement. But the reason for that statement hasn't been because things have gone so particularly fantastic every single step of the way. In fact, it's been a year full of heartache and loss and pain and suffering on one level. But I've come to a deep understanding of myself and what it means to be alive on this planet. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm secure in that. You see, it boils down to what you identify yourself as an individual with. And that creates your your perception of the entire world around you, this matrix, this illusory body of matter and form. And for those of you who have been following my videos, you will have heard me associate myself, my true self, with pure consciousness. And as such, I'm part of absolute consciousness. That's what I identify myself with. Now, as a piece of pure consciousness, living out the last year, on March the 27th, my primary relationship ended suddenly and abruptly with no advance warning, for reasons that I still don't clearly understand. And at the same time, I became homeless. I had nowhere to live. And I moved on from that. I'm now living in this setting here. I've wanted to live like this my whole life. It's been really exciting. There's some fabulous people living on this property who've become near and dear friends to me. Incredible people. October the 1st, I was at work sitting in my truck with the engine turned off, and I got smashed into from behind and received a fairly serious whiplash injury and was off work, and then I was back to work part-time, and my finances dwindled and things got really tough, and all my free time was spent going to chiropractor's appointments and massage therapy appointments and just scraping to get by. October the 31st, I had a kitchen accident and burned my right arm from my elbow down to my wrist. Really seriously. And then on December the 4th, I'm back to work. I'm finally back full time. It seemed like all of the medical treatments I'd been undergoing were suddenly starting to take effect. I was sitting in my truck waiting for a customer to arrive, engine turned off, and a pickup truck smashes into me from behind, gives me yet another case of serious whiplash, puts me off work again, and totally decimates my efforts to subsist. Now, it's an easy tendency to fall into wanting to feel sorry for oneself given a batch of bad luck, or what would appear to be bad luck, things that are happening in one's life that one doesn't seem to deserve because of their own actions. Okay, let's call bad luck that. And when I talk about identifying myself with pure consciousness, it means that I'm not identifying myself with any particular relationship I'm in. So when my relationship ended on March the 27th, although I experienced human emotions and pain over that, I didn't perceive that as a reflection of a personal failure. I didn't go jump off a bridge because my relationship ended, because I know I am not my relationship. I'm pure consciousness. When I found myself homeless and struggling to find a place to live, well, I don't associate myself with my wealth or my great big house, or so. Although there were degrees of humiliation to having to ask a friend if I could sleep in his basement for a while I figured things out, I didn't particularly feel like a failure. I was just dealing with the circumstances that had come my way. And when I got hurt and I was off work and all my money disappeared in an effort to continue to pay the bills and feed myself and keep my body alive, well, once again, I was okay. I was pure consciousness, just adjusting to the circumstances that were taking place to me. When it happened again, I was Scene 2, Act 1. Through this year, I've managed to walk the walk. My identification of myself as pure consciousness, as a part of the Absolute, has been a form of commitment to myself. And if I've accomplished anything in 2018, it's been the act of not abandoning myself through the trials and tribulations that have been a part of the year. And I'm really looking back on that right now and seeing how important it was on so many different levels, and how real it was. It would have been easy to fall into a bottomless pit of depression and despair at times, but that never happened. The reality of oneself as pure awareness and pure consciousness, as a part of the whole of this beautiful planet and universe that we live in, it's real. And if I've got a Christmas message for the the world today, it's exactly that. Your pure consciousness, your pure awareness, and all the different things you might have a tendency to identify yourself with that will bring you great deals of pain and suffering. You are not those things. And if you find yourself experiencing a great deal of pain and suffering, I encourage you to remember who and what you are. And the pain and suffering will dissipate. And you'll experience a tremendous amount of joy and unprecedented bliss like you've never experienced before. And it's the greatest gift you'll ever receive at Christmas or otherwise. I think it's going to be a really interesting 2019. I think it's going to be a really difficult one for human beings planet-wide. Unprecedented in terms of financial devastation, political turmoil, and fasten your seatbelt, folks. It's going to be a ride. Have a great day. Have a great holiday. I'm wishing everybody the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.